What happened to that one mining guy? So if you're watching this video, it's probably because you noticed that that one mining guy is basically completely gone. Now, when I first heard that he was gone, I'm like, oh, okay, he's just gonna spend time with his family because of his wife's heart condition, which, by the way, she's okay now and you don't have to worry because they have insurance, so they're all good. But I noticed something weird. Somebody tipped me off saying that, hey, that one mining guy on Twitter, he deleted all his tweets. And I'm like, huh, that's weird, except for this one tweet that says he'll be back, so I guess that's good. But here's where it gets kind of weird. His YouTube channel, all his videos are gone. Even his channel, you can't find his channel anywhere. I'm not sure if you can private it a channel or not, but basically he's not on YouTube no more. So let's all start from the beginning. So when the game first came out, that one mining guy, he was either the first or one of the few that were data mining the game that posted on YouTube about future Legends abilities, future content, future leaks. And right now I see a lot of people are hating on leakers, but here's the thing. There was a time when the game first came out that there was zero communication with the devs. They weren't explaining what their plans were for the future. Well, kind of, but not really. But I know for sure that one mining guy was the first one that was revealing upcoming map changes, upcoming legends, but he didn't try to, in a way, spoil a lot of surprises. There were just like little things about, oh, here's what could be coming to the game, speculations, which I don't mind, because that actually made me want to stay, because I'm like, this game has potential, but I feel like it could be better in the future. But since the devs weren't responding to, you know, upcoming projects or what their plans were, it felt like the game was just gonna stay stagnant. I don't mind him for doing that stuff. But here's the thing that I started realizing later on is that Respawn, nobody else is saying this, but I feel like personally they didn't mind that one mining guy. In fact, they gave him a shout out in one of their videos. They clearly say, oh yeah, that one mining guy. And here, I'll show you guys if I find it right here.
Now guys, we're going to be showing you stuff that's early in development. You may see some things. They're like, what is that? Are they making that? This is just stuff that's early in development. We know, don't. Mining guy, I'm looking at you. Let's all behave ourselves. This is just a look at the past. It's not necessarily things that are coming out in the game.
I'll show you that they shout out his name. So Respawn devs knew that one mining guy. I don't know how they got in contact, but they had some kind of relationship going on, which is going to affect what probably happened in the future. I'll try to explain. So he had some contact with the devs and they had some kind of relationship. So they were okay what he was doing with the data mining. It seemed like they didn't mind it at all, as long as they didn't keep spoil any major plot points. So what happened later on, before season 4, is that the data miners, all of them were saying that Revenant was the next legend to come out. But the devs wanted to bamboozle us and think that Forge was the next legend that was coming out, because there was information about Forge, but people are now saying that Forge was never ever coming to the games, and he was just there to distract the data miners into thinking that, yeah, Forge is coming into the games. So the point is that when it was revealed that Forge was the so-called next legend, people were saying that the data miners, that one mining guy, I'm not sure about iLoot Games if he data mines or he has friends that do it, but they were saying they're all liars. That
a lot of people saying, oh, Forge is next, you guys were wrong, you guys are idiots, data miners don't know what they're talking about. And we both got a lot of backlash for saying that Revenant was coming next. And so that once he found that one image of Revenant, I was just as pumped as he was to go and say, hey, look what that one mining guy found. I retweeted his tweet and I was like, he is coming next. We were all so pumped about it. And then when I found the screenshot, he retweeted what I did. And so that was, we feel like we went too far there.
They're all wrong. How can you mess this up? You were saying Revenant is next. It's clearly Forged. The devs just announced it. So their egos was hurt because all these trolls were telling them that, hey, you guys are idiots. You guys call yourselves data miners. And when they found that image, they posted it right away because they wanted to shut up the trolls. But the trolls won because now everybody was spoiled. So lesson learned here is ignore the trolls. Don't feed the trolls. Just ignore them until you're proven right or wrong. I didn't have any problem because right at that point, we were like, is it Forge? Is it Revenant? Is it Forge? Is it Revenant? But it was no major plot points being spoiled. and this is where I'm getting at. Eventually, somewhere around before season 4 came out, the trailer accidentally got leaked by Respawn. It was clearly Respawn's fault, and somebody took a screenshot of a major plot that was going to happen, and we all know that's when Revenant kills Ford. So here's where things get complicated for the Respawn devs and the data miners. What I think happened is that Respawn devs were pretty pissed that that plot point was revealed, especially because they even said themselves that they took them months and months of hard work for that one moment to be spoiled in just a few seconds. So they were mad. I can only imagine how mad the head CEO was, but he was pretty pissed off. So what happened is that iLoot Games was the one that kind of leaked it, even though we don't know who took the screenshot. It could be possible that that person was going to leak it regardless, but it made it look like the data miners were the ones that purposely leaked it. And what happened is that That1MiningGuy retweeted. So these two had a big following, and everybody got spoiled. But in the devs' view, they thought that the data miners betrayed them and spoiled a major plot point to prove that Forge was not going to be the next legend. So that's my opinion. That's what I think happened, because later, after the major plot point got spoiled, the Respawn devs were pretty angry, saying how they hated people who were leaking stuff. So this is their way of saying like, hey, what you guys did was not cool at all. And we know now, they claim, and if you guys go at the data mining podcast, the Data Den podcast, they said that they had a talk with the devs.
Page as you, we obviously saw a big issue come from Respawn with all their staff tweeting about it, and that really brought to light the leaks. And so it to a lot of people, it turned into the data miners versus Respawn. But we talked, at least I'm going to speak for myself, I talked to them. I talked about where the screenshot came from. I talked about how to handle things moving forward. And I know That1MiningGuy covered this also. And we don't want to spoil things to that point.
But here's the thing. Now, this is what I've been hearing from these people. Now, there's no way to prove this. It could be that That1MiningGuy just wanted to leave because of all the drama, all the hate. Now, That1MiningGuy did say, I remember this because I saw it. I don't have a screenshot to prove it, but he did say to the Respawn devs that if they want him to stop data mining, to please ask him to stop data mining, because he did data mine Call of Duty upcoming skins and events, and I'm not sure the Call of Duty devs told him to stop, and he stopped. So he was asking the devs to do the same thing here, but the devs would not do that because it's gonna make them look in a bad light. So what happened basically is that the devs got kind of really pissed, and it kind of threw them under the bus, saying that, hey, this is why we don't like leakers. This is why leaking is bad. We never intentionally leak. So they were pretty kind of ticked off to the data miners, and the relationship got really shaky. Now, they said in the Data Den podcast that they patched things up with them, they understand, and they're going forward, they were gonna redo everything, so they're not gonna spoil major upcoming things until the time is like kind of right. So that's to me from that point, I'm like, okay, I guess everything's okay, and moving forward everything was good. But the fact that people were telling me that, hey, that's not true, the Respawn devs drove That1MiningGuy out. Now, do I believe Respawn forced them to get out of Twitter and delete his YouTube? No, that's just crazy. Now, what I will say this is that I'm pretty sure That1MiningGuy just got tired of all the drama and all the hate that he was getting for supposedly leaking that big plot twist, even though it was kind of Respawn's fault. And iLoot Games, there's no guarantee that iLoot Games was like the one that only had it, and he just opened like the floodgates. The mistake that they made was that they retweeted it and spread it out, and the Respawn devs probably felt betrayed. Thought they could trust these guys and kind of wanted to throw shade at them on Twitter, but secretly not really hating on them. But they say they patched it up. I personally don't think it was just big conspiracy to drove with That1MiningGuy out. I think he just wanted to have some time with his family, and that's it. That's all to it. And if it is true, That1MiningGuy would have said something like, oh yeah, the that's what drive me out. And yeah, so I guess that'll be it for the video, guys. I hope that one mining guy comes back soon, because I actually really enjoyed his content. You know what, we all made mistakes, even when you're adults, and I hope we can all, you know, forgive and forget, or maybe not forget, just not do it again. So yeah, guys, I guess that'll be it for what probably happened to that one mining guy. I might make an update video if, you know, somebody contacts me, but yeah, I'll see you all next time.
Dreaming of with an unwavering tone, I'll keep on repenting for that night so long ago. Though your hands disappear, I'll still find the place where you